Today, we're going to be breaking down a simple footwork combination. Let's just hop into it. So this combo is specifically geared towards challenging both the placement of your feet and the distribution of your weight as you're dancing. When it comes to footwork, moving our feet to different spots on the floor and just learning a new footwork step is only part of the equation. We also have to understand how to control our weight placement. When it comes to footwork, understanding how to control and manipulate our weight placement is one of the most valuable and vital concepts that we can seek to implement when we're dancing. Understanding the effect that our weight placement has on our movement will give us a greater capacity to utilize our feet while we're dancing, thus resulting in more variation within our footwork. Now with all that being said, let's just go ahead and hop into this combination. Now this combo is meant to be repeated and drilled over and over again. This combo is not too long, it's only one 8 count. When we do it on both sides, it'll be 2 8 counts in total. But the real purpose and the real idea behind this one is simply to drill it and to repeat it over and over again so that you can really start to contextualize some of these ideas having to do with our weight placement in your own body. To get started with this combo, I'm gonna shift over to the left a little bit. And the first step of this combination is going to be a step with our left foot on count 1. So this would be 7, 8, we'll step 1 with the left foot. From here, we're simply gonna think about finding a kick on count 2 with our right foot. Sort of hopping and kicking our right foot down towards the floor. Now when I say hop and kick, I don't mean adding in a huge hop with the foot. Even though we're doing a little hop, I want you guys to try to see how low you can stay in this moment. Really thinking about sending the energy down and out to the diagonal with your kick. We step 7, 8, we go 1, 2. Now for my arms, I'm simply finding my left hand to my forehead and crossing my right arm over my chest. You can find a little bit of variation there, maybe even just taking your arms out to the side, whatever you're feeling. After we step here, 1, kick, 2, we're gonna step down with our right foot that we just kicked on 3, to do a little tap with our left foot on and 4. When I step down on 3, I'm sort of thinking about prepping my arms to the back, sort of pulling them across my chest, so that when I do my little tap with my left foot on and 4, I can pull my arms across my chest, sort of twisting them to the front. So we step 7, 8, we go 1, 2, 3, and 4. From here, we really need to think about this concept of where we are holding our weight in our body. On 5, we're gonna think about re-stepping our right foot and sort of twisting to face the front of the room. I'm sort of thinking about finding a nice classic cross step right here. So we just finished 3 and 4. We re-step our right foot on 5, opening our chest to the front. From here, we're gonna uncross our legs and twist our upper body to face the back wall on 6. Arms can be wherever you want. You can re-slice them, you could cross them, whatever feels most natural. Then from here, we're gonna think about stepping back to the front on 7 with our right foot. And as we do so, that will sort of initiate this sort of up and around motion with our pelvis. We're sort of thinking about pressing our pelvis forward as we bring our left leg up and around to the front to cross in front of our right leg. We just finished 3 and 4. From here, we step 5, we uncross 6, we re-step our right foot on 7. After we step down on 7, sending our hips into this little circular motion, we're gonna think about stepping our left foot down on count 8. Sort of thinking about our body being open to the back wall. And then from there, we'll simply reverse the combo and do it on the other side. Now before we move on to the second side, let's just go ahead and walk through all of that nice and slow. We have 5, 6, 7, 8. We step 1, kick 2, 3, and 4. From here, we step 5, 6, stepping down 7, pushing the hips forward, step down on 8. Now right away, you can see some of the weight placement ideas that we're playing around with. After we finish here on 3 and 4, naturally our weight is going to be resting more so on this left foot. Part of formulating more control over your footwork is understanding how to change and manipulate the placement of your weight when you're stepping or executing a certain step in a way that allows you to execute the next step that you have to do. In other words, it's not enough just to think about the step that you are on right now. In this part of the combo, 3 and 4 all of my weight is on my right foot. But in the very next count, I know that my weight can't be on my right foot because I have to re-step it to the front. And so it's not enough for me to think only about where my weight is on the current step that I'm doing. I also have to think about where my weight is going to have to be on the step after what I'm doing. I have to know how to shift and manipulate my weight at a moment's notice so that I can free up my feet to move and to be placed as I need them to. Another way to think about this is that you can't step when your weight is on your foot. You can hop or you can sort of scoot and slide, but you can't step. And so one of the most valuable concepts that we can latch onto when it comes to our footwork is this idea of being mindful of where our weight is as we're executing certain footwork steps so that we don't get stuck underneath ourselves trying to move our feet when our weight is already on that foot. So we just finished 5, 6, we stepped 7, down on 8. Now from here, to start the other side, we're simply gonna think about stepping our right foot towards the left, which is the first step right before the kick. From here, we do our little hop and kick on 2, to step down on 3, adding in our little tap on and 4. We re-step our right foot on 5 facing the front, step it back on 6 facing the back, then we step to the front again on 7, sending our hips forward to step down with our right foot on 8. And then from here, we would simply just repeat the whole combination from the beginning. Stepping left foot, kick right, 3 and 4. Re-step 5, 6, 7, 8, step 1, kick 2, 3 and 4. We step 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. If you're doing it right, both sides should just loop together seamlessly, and you should be able to do this combination over and over and over again. Now, like we said at the beginning, one of the main ideas that we're trying to tackle with this combo is this concept of our weight placement. Specifically, how our weight placement affects our ability to move our feet when we're playing around with footwork. I think one of the most key ideas that I can leave you with for this video is this concept of us not being able to step with a foot that is holding our weight. We can hop it, we can sort of scoot it, but we cannot step in the most traditional sense. If you've ever felt like your feet sort of get stuck underneath you or like you don't have as much control over them when you're practicing your footwork, it could be because you're not being conscious of your weight placement and how you need to shift your weight in order to free your feet up to be able to explore more freely. And so before we wrap up, I just want to say that understanding this concept of your weight placement and how to manipulate it is one of the most valuable things that you can do for yourself as a dancer within your own movement. And specifically when it comes to footwork, this idea is the key to unlocking more freedom of variation within the patterns that you're exploring. So give it some thought, drill this combo over and over again, and really just try to remain conscious of this idea of how our weight placement affects our ability to execute certain footwork steps. Now before we end, let's just go ahead and give this combination a shot with some music. That is going to do it for our breakdown of this simple footwork combination. I want to thank you guys for your time in watching this video. Nice and short for you guys today, but I really feel that we touched on some important ideas for you to consider within your own movement. My microphone just died, so I'm going to do the rest of this with my in-camera audio. And so I want to encourage you guys to just really dive into this idea and to give it some thought and to really pay attention to the effect that your weight placement has on your movement while you're dancing. If you do that, it'll result in not only some more variation within your movement, but just more freedom within your body as you're moving. If you guys would like more videos or more breakdowns about this concept of your weight placement and the effect that it has on your movement, be sure to comment that down below. You can also feel free to reach out to me at The Shed on Instagram or TikTok. And don't forget to check the first link in the description. That'll take you straight over to The Shed's private community over on Patreon. I want to thank you guys for your continued support of me, this channel, and for your time in watching this video. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Peace out. Sorry about the microphone.